Hey traders, I'm Charting Man Dan with the Chart Guys, trader and technical analyst for the last 13 years. We're going to look at the FOMC reaction today. The bulls are continuing to frustrate the bears. NVDA putting on a show. And the NASDAQ might as well be in blue sky breakout. I'll tell you why. It has to do with correlations. All right, so FOMC reaction day, and you can see SPY broke the low of yesterday, filled the gap, and then bounced, but not surprised by that little fake out because we were watching the NASDAQ and it did not break the low of yesterday. So we had a bearish reaction to the FOMC initially, we held the low of yesterday, and then a V-shaped bounce. And SPY is weaker than QQQ as today healthcare was pretty solid red, and the financial sector had the most bearish reaction to the FOMC. And QQQ to me is just a bear frustration chart. The last 2 days, Monday, 30 minutes of red, bull control the rest of the day. Tuesday, 40 minutes of red, bull control the rest of the day. Today, bearish reaction to PPI, 10-minute drop first thing, bull control the rest of the day into the FOMC. Finally, we're rolling over. All right, the FOMC, the hike, or I should say the pause was priced in. Time for consolidation. Nope. V-shaped bounce right back to the high. Granted, it's a double top at the high, but didn't even start daily consolidation. As far as I'm concerned, the NASDAQ is in blue sky breakout. What do I mean by that? QQQ is not even close to all-time highs. We've got double-digit percentage away. It's acting like it's in blue sky breakout because of NVDA. NVDA is the third largest holding in the NASDAQ. It accounts for 6 point whatever percent. And just watching how they're trading, I stared at every single tick today between QQQ, NVDA, and then I was watching Tesla and PLTR and all these other individual names. NVDA is driving QQQ. QQQ will not top while NVDA is hitting all-time highs. And here we have a ramp up in bull volume and a breakout, and we're back in blue sky breakout beast mode. And while this is happening, again, the NASDAQ cannot see consolidation. Look at this V-shaped bounce. And unfortunately, I attempted to buy this dip here, but stopped out. Traded a couple of the bull moves. It got to the point at the end of the day where, again, blue sky breakout, you just buy 2-minute consolidation or wait till a little higher low is established, make an entry with your stop under that level, sell half, and then keep your stop risk free. And then see what the bulls can do with it. And every time NVDA would hit a new all-time high, QQQ would see a little push up, and then every individual name that correlates to QQQ, Tesla, PLTR, Meta, Apple, they all get the bump as well. It's literally NVDA driving QQQ and QQQ dragging along everybody else. So again, you got to be watching QQQ and you got to be watching NVDA. You know, right now I'm in a meta short position, which I'm not holding my breath is going to work out. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But NVDA is going to dictate this meta trade. Yeah, they're going to trade differently, absolutely. But if NVDA keeps running, then QQQ is going to keep running, and that's going to drag up meta with it. So I've never seen anything like this in terms of the size. I've seen this in small sectors, you know, euphoria, cannabis sector, the leader takes everybody else in correlation. But the size and the scope of what's going on with NVDA and everything else, how many times have I said NVDA this video? It's extremely impressive. So NVDA is in back burner mode. Next 5-minute oversold conditions, we're going to look for an hourly high or low, anything above 413.68. We're going to look for hourly oversold conditions. The weekly bull flag confirmed. We knew that was the more likely scenario as soon as SMH broke the bull flag bullish a couple days ago. It's as strong as you can get. We're up a bit after hours. We will not top until NVDA tops. And as I mentioned, AI is not a bubble. On these charts at this point in time, I've been saying that the last couple of weeks, and you'll hear me saying, okay, we're getting bubbly. You know, if you want to talk a bubble, give me 3 more days of NVDA like this. Otherwise, we're just going to look for a little daily high or low. You got to see that climax top where you just shoot up. There's literally nobody left to buy. There's literally nobody left to stop out. And then you get the big time pullback, and you know, you shoot up 6% and you drop 6% just as fast. Then you know a temporary top is set. And that's what happened here. I mean, look at the last time. We have a little mini version, but from one day to the next, we're up 7%, and then by the next day, we're down 9%. That marked the temporary top. So you got to see that blow off top kind of action. SMH, continuation, daily stair-step pattern, 6 days in a row. Blue sky breakout on the semiconductors, not yet. 157.55. Approaching. Extremely impressive strength. So as far as Meta is concerned, Meta set a daily lower high today, but again, we're not going anywhere if QQQ, we're not going anywhere if NVDA keeps running, because then QQQ is going to keep heading up and Meta will be pulled up with it. Anything above 258.88 is a daily high or low, and the bulls are hoping to just tighten up and eventually break bull as a bit of a laggard. Google set the daily lower high today, bounced right off support. We held the daily support by 21 cents. We'll see how that breaks. So these individual big names, you know, you look at these charts and you wouldn't say, you know, the NASDAQ's in breakout mode. Well, it is because of NVDA. It also helps that Apple's testing all-time highs. Apple tested all-time high today and failed by 50 cents. But it's still right there. Strongest close ever. That's an all-time high close for Apple. The bulls still have full control. Simple statement, if NVDA is in blue sky breakout, QQQ will not top out. Simple statement, if QQQ holds 360 tomorrow, the bulls keep full control, considering 360 a little double bottom. Tesla. Nice shorts in Tesla today. We saw that relative weakness on the morning. Then we had a bounce to set a 15-minute lower high looking at pre-market levels. Faded back down. We had a nice tightening 15-minute range into the FOMC. And it broke bear with a lot of follow-through. And then it was a big old bounce. What do we need? We need a confirmed hourly downtrend. We lost the hourly uptrend, but we need the hourly lower high and lower low. 4-hour EMA 12 held again. It's been holding for 14 trading days. 3 full weeks. That is support. Nothing changes if EMA 12 is support on the 4-hour. Have to confirm an hourly downtrend and lose it. Healthcare. A lead bear sector today. There were, headlines about extra costs. I guess Americans are fat and unhealthy and using a lot of costs. Whatever. That's the news. So a big drop there. It is a daily uptrend confirming with 0 follow-through. Bears are hoping that that's a real quick weekly lower high being set. We'll see if they get follow-through tomorrow, but paying attention for the possibility of a quick weekly lower high. You never want to confirm a daily trend change right into consolidation. The financial sector, weekly uptrend confirmed. We broke resistance by 6 pennies today. So weekly higher low and higher high. Monthly higher low is set. I'm watching this as I'm just smoothing things out with my brain, but a high, low, lower high, higher low, anything under 36.92, just another lower high. But you see the FOMC reaction, clear lead bear. We drop to the lower low. It's a cardinal. We drop to the lower low at the end of the day when SPY and QQQ were not close to doing so. So if XLF is going to be a resistance break into a red flag, we have to break 32.89 and lose that daily high or low. If 32.89 is holding, the bulls are controlling the daily chart. This market it feels like it's got to be a blow off top. And we're not set up for a blow off top right now. Things have to get stupid. And some people would argue that, things are already stupid as far as the macro, but I just mean like what in the world is going on kind of reaction to looking at the chart. So very curious to see how many days NVDA can run here. I guess we have already been running for a couple days. Bulls are going to try and gap up tomorrow. We'll see. IWM, significant pullback today. Support of 184.22 did hold, so still a daily uptrend. And this has to do in part with the financial sector weakness. And if we hold this support tomorrow, we'll be watching for a 4-hour head and shoulders attempt. But again, just keeping it simple with the daily uptrend. If we're setting higher lows, bears aren't proving anything. And again, when's the last time QQQ has confirmed an hourly downtrend? It's been at least a week and a half. AI daily inside bar. Not much to say there. If it breaks bear, we're going to look for hourly oversold. We're going to scout a daily high or low. PLTR, decent volatility there as well, but an inside bar, same deal. Tightening up, just riding EMA 12. Chinese name, so Baba, nice green day. Yin is the 3 times leveraged ETF, nice green day. NIO, green day, not as convincingly strong. But, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, we are watching Chinese names closely for this summer to be the next laggard sector, to at least try to be the next laggard sector. What I would love to see in an ideal world is world peace. And a 2-day lower high to shape up this inverse head and shoulders. So I'd like to see some NASDAQ daily consolidation if NVDA tops out. And during that daily consolidation, we look for these names to give us a 2-day higher low for the inverse head and shoulders. It's the same setup on Baba and Yin and a lot of these Chinese names. That would just be my ideal setup as far as a little tightening range into a bull break to set the monthly higher lows. Dollar, further downside, so that falling wedge is no longer in play. Broke down below it. So further weekly consolidation. But the metals are not responding how they want to be. Gold at the low. And again, if you look at the dollar just hit prices from May 17th. Where was gold on May 17th? It was trading up 1980, we'll say. So 2% higher. It's a daily downtrend. It's daily lower highs. Bulls are not proving a thing. Bitcoin is trading very correlated to gold. And silver a bit stronger, but we know silver's not going anywhere without gold. And the miners not going anywhere without gold. So if you were to tell me that the dollar would be 2 weeks into weekly consolidation, I would say, there's probably a solid metal and miner bounce underway. Not the case. That's a bearish correlation. Yes, the metals and the miners are inversely correlated to the dollar, but it's a bearish correlation right now. For every 2 steps backwards that the dollar takes, the metals want to be seeing 2 steps forward, but they're only seeing 1. If that. Oil, daily lower high, potentially shaping up anything under 73.28. EMA 12 resistance rejection on the daily. And bulls have a lot of proving to do if they're going to regain any momentum here. They're still pushing NVDA. Again, this is just the run it game. No resistance. We're looking at 440, 450. We're looking for hourly higher lows, back burner oversold bounces. And again, this is full bull market control as long as NVDA is running. Market cap out the window. Fundamentals out the window. RSI out the window. They're going to push NVDA as much as they possibly can to squeeze every last drop out of it. And maybe that leads to a blow off top in the NASDAQ. We'll take it one day at a time. Hope you had a good day and do good things. New male duck hanging out in the pond. He's a bit extra skeptical of us all. I think that's the first not mallard male that's been here in a long time. Doesn't have the green shiny head. Almost time for wine berries, but not yet.